Okay, ACCA SBL strategic business leader. So moving towards one more 100 marks case study. That is from March June 21 paper. So these are instructions for the student, how you need to allocate time, something like that. And at that time, this paper was for 4 hours. Now it's for 3 hours, 15 minutes because there is pre-scene. So let's move towards the case study straight away. So scenario one, initial screen, we are having a different exhibit. And there are only 8 exhibits for this question. Mean information is given in 8 different parts. Exhibit 1 is about an overview of North Civil Community Project NCCP. Mean overview about the company, about its business. Exhibit 2 is about website extract from NCCP's website, including information about its courses and organizational structure. About its courses, what does mean by about its courses? This means this is some kind of training company that provide training courses. And organizational structure. Structure mean chairman, CEO, directors, etc. Exhibit 3 is about extract of income and expenditure. Income and expenditure account. Not profit and loss, not income statement. Income and expenditure, who prepare income and expenditure account, not for profit organization. Profit making prepare profit and loss or income statement. This means this is not for profit organization. NCCP's income and expenditure for the year ended 31st March 2025 with the comparatives. Exhibit 4 is about annual performance of courses. Whether there are number of students increasing, decreasing, annual performance of courses. NCCP's course booking data for the year ending 31st March 2025 with comparative. Exhibit 6 is about risk management. An email from the operation director to the chief executive officer describing the executive board's approach to risk management. In exhibit 5 is about risk, business risk. Exhibit 6, CEO's email on new courses. An email from the CEO outlining new course opportunity. I mean, they are going to launch new course. Exhibit 7, newspaper article. A recent article in the Seville Eco entitled "Has NCCP Lost Its Way?" Has NCCP lost its way? This means newspaper article highlighting some issues relating to the company. And Exhibit 8, staff survey. NCCP's latest staff feedback survey, which has just been published. So there are 8 exhibits in which different information about the company is given. So let's move straightway towards these exhibits. We'll get the idea about the company, its knowledge, and then we'll move towards requirement. Just like through pre-scene, we are getting idea about the company, its environment, its industry, and then we'll move towards requirement. Pre-scene is not the complete scenario that you will be having. There will be some more information about the company that you will see while sitting in the paper. Pre-scene is half information, half of the scenario. Remaining half scenario information about the company you will see while sitting in the exam center. Requirements you will see while sitting in the exam center. And these 8 exhibits including pre-scene as well as information about the company, because at that time there was no pre-scene. This is old case study. So moving towards case studies, there are requirements, but we don't need to see requirements now. That we will see while sitting in the exam center. So moving towards exhibit 1, an overview of the company. North Valley Community Project, NCCP. This is the name of the company, NCCP. So North Civil Company Project, NCCP, is a charity which has established 20 years ago. Its mission is to promote well-being and bring about positive personal and social change through education and encourage community participation. Promoting well-being through education and community participation. In simple words, this is their mission. Seville is a vibrant city of 500,000 people in the country of tea land, where this company is operating. This company is operating in Sealand city of tea land country. North Seville is an economically and socially deprived part of Seville. Main company is operating in one part of Seville city, and that part is called North Seville. NCCP was made possible through a generous donation from Richard Tempest, a business entrepreneur who grew up in North Seville and retained close link to the community. So who found this company? Richard Tempest. Richard's initial donation was used to purchase a large building in North Seville and develop it for community education and social events. Richard established an executive board of 4 members comprising Chief Executive Officer, CEO, Finance Director, Marketing Director, and Operation Director. There is also a board of trustees to oversee NCCP, of which Richard was a member until he retired. So there is board of trustee. Under board of trustee, there is a CEO, and under CEO, there is finance director, marketing director, and operation director. And Richard, the founder of the company, was part of board of trustee. As well as offering a place for local people to meet and socialize, NCCP offers 4 part-time courses. Computer for beginners, mean computer basics, website design, finding a job, and business skills. These 4 courses this company offer: computer for beginners, website design, finding a job, and business skills. And this is what? Charity business. This is an information, it's charity or profit making. If we look at the mission, so their mission is promote well-being through education and community participation. We don't know whether they provide free of charge or they charge something, but mainly it is developed through generous donations. Where relevant, the course include a certificate of completion to provide participants with evidence to support job application. Mean if a participant have completed any course, company provide a certificate as well, so that they can prove we have achieved this course. The courses are also of interest to those seeking an opportunity for social interaction. All participants pay a course fee which is heavily subsidized. They charge a fee, but not the full. There is some subsidy available. The content of these courses has remained largely unchanged since they were set up. Richard continued to make substantial donations to NCCP until his retirement 5 years ago. Since then, the executive board has tried to seek out other sources of funding and now relies heavily on Seville Council, which provides financial support for job-related training. Mean they are sourcing some fund from Seville Council as well, which provide financial support for job-related training. However, this funding has not been sufficient to prevent NCCP from continuing to have financial difficulties. Still, they are facing financial difficulties. Cash reserves are very low, and the board of trustees is concerned that this position is not sustainable. The company is facing serious cash flow issues. 6 months ago, in December 2024, the board of trustees persuaded the existing CEO Peter Chen to retire. A replacement, Philip Allen, was appointed and started in March 20x5. Unlike Mr. Chen, Mr. Allen has extensive commercial experience. He is coming from commercial experience in profit-making organization. And the trustees hope that this will help him to address NCCP's financial difficulties, how to control cost. Because in profit-making organization, the main focus is on controlling cost. However, some trustees expressed concern that the new CEO's commercial background might conflict with this NCCP's charitable mission. Because running not-for-profit organization is something different than running profit-making organization. Because in not-for-profit organization, you need to focus on people. You need to run the organization with the support of people. While in profit-making organization, you don't care about people. You care about your targets, your sale, your profitability. You are a management consultant. Who you are? Management consultant appointed by the executive board to provide independent advice to help address the difficulties NCCP is facing. So you are management consultant for the company. Exhibit 2, NCCP website extract. Through website, we'll be able to get some more information about the company. About NCCP, North Seville is well known for a high level of unemployment with the inevitable economic and social results that follow. Having grown up in North Seville, Richard Tempest set up his own highly successful company. He felt that North Seville community was neglected by government, and though NCCP provide opportunities for personal and community growth, mission, personal and community growth, with a particular focus on training to gain employment. Courses we offer. Education has always been at the heart of NCCP mission. All our courses are available at various times throughout the year. The cost to you of a course is lower thanks to council funding and the contribution of generous donors. And there are 4 courses company was issuing. Computer for beginners, places available. If you are looking for basic instruction in how to use a computer, this is the course for you. This was the first course offered when NCCP opened 20 years ago. But might be nowadays, people are studying computers even in their early education. 20 years ago, obviously, people was not studying computer in their early education at school level, but nowadays, the basic of computer, people are studying at their early education in school level. So that's why might be it is not demanded nowadays. Let's see. Website design, full. No place is currently available. Why? Because this is high in demand. Because these kind of things, people do not study in their early education at schools. So this course will help you design, build, and maintain your own website. It is appropriate if you have a product, a service, or an interest to publicize. Finding a job, full. No place is currently available. This course will help you to prevent yourself effectively to potential employers. In how you can present yourself towards the employer so that you can secure a job, both in writing your own CV and in an interview. Could be small course. Business skills. places available. This course is ideal if you want to develop your business skills. It is especially suitable if you are self-employed or looking to start your own business. So these 4 courses company offer. Working with us, staff at NCCP fall into 2 categories: paid employees and unpaid volunteers. NCCP organization structure is as follows. There is a chief executive, CEO, finance director, marketing director, operation director, and finance director is having a 4 their subordinates employees. Marketing are having their own 3 employees, and operations are having their own 5 employees. Alongside 4 directors and 12 paid employees, 4 plus 3 plus 5, 12 paid employees. Each department benefit from the work of unpaid volunteers who are not shown in the organization chart. We could not manage without the support of our wonderful volunteers. Almost all of our courses are taught by paid freelance tutors. Freelance, part-timer, not full-timer. Exhibit 3, extract of income and expenditure. NCCP's annual performance data for the year ending 31st March. Income. Council funding. In 20x3, it was 450,000. In 20x4, it has decreased 435,000. In 20x5, decreased to 420,000. Corporate donations decrease as compared to 20x3, but as compared to 20x4, slightly increase. Personal donation decreased. Course fee increase. Total income, if we see, has increased in total due to increase in course fee. Less total expenditure, that has increased, and company is having surplus or deficit? Deficit of 64,000. Commentary: although NCCP has no long-term debt, its cash reserves are now down to $48,000. Its main asset is the building itself, which it owns outright and is worth $1.8 million. Note 1 relating to council funding. Funding from Civil Council is expected to fall significantly. Yes, it's reduced from 20x3 to 20x5. In the coming year, due to a reduction in funding from central government. The council attached specific condition to its funding, which change from year to year. And if we do not meet the condition, there will be no funding. From 20x4 onward, the funding has been conditional on NCCP running a business skills course. You need to run business skill course as part of the council's initiative to encourage people to develop business skills. That's why company running this course as well. The council also require NCCP to encourage individuals to develop IT skills which will support them in the modern business environment. The council has indicated that future funding will be conditional on NCCP demonstrating appropriate internal controls to make best use of any money provided. I mean, you need to implement some rules, policies, procedures so that you can avoid misuse of funds. Then based on those conditions, you'll be able to get this council fund. And according to council, company need to run business skill course as well. Number 2, relating to corporate donations, mean donations from different businesses, that has decreased, but as compared to previous year, it slightly increased. The average corporate donation in 20x5 was $47,000. In one business, on average, donating you how much? $47,000. All corporate donors are based in Seville and may have long-standing relationship with the NCCP. They are having long-standing relationship with the company, which date back to Richard Tempest Tuff. And they are having relation with the company from the early age of the company. These corporate donors who were approached on a personal basis are friends, are colleagues of trustees, are executive boards. Personal donations, if we see personal donations that have also been decreased, but small part we are generating from personal donation. So the average personal donation in 20x5 is $24. Some people, how much they want to donate, they are donating. Personal donations come mainly from members of the North Sea Seville local community, but also from other individuals in Seville who do not use NCCP service but want to support its mission. Following a series of media reports about international charities that misappropriated funds, corporate and personal donors are taking a keener interest in how charities are being run and how any donations are being used. Due to bad publicity, like charities misuse the funds, so our donors, either corporate or either personal, they are keenly observing how charity is running, how they are using their donations. Note 4, that is course fee as compared to previous year has increased. Course fee are payable by participants who attend the course. The fee per course has not increased for the past 3 years. Exhibit 4, annual performance of courses. There are 4 courses: computer for beginners, website, finding a job, business case. If you look at their annual performance, number of course booking, computer for beginners has reduced. Can you check how much in percentage reduced as compared to previous year? Current mean 11,000 minus previous 14,000 divided by previous 14,000 multiplied by 100. Things is reduced by 31% or 32%. 21%. Okay, make it 21%. Website design has increased as compared to previous year. How much? 25% increase. And then finding a job almost the same. And business skills, very little generating through business skills because this is imposed by Seville Council. If you don't offer this, there will be no funds. Is that? So this is company total course booking from all courses. Average subsidy per course booking, computer for beginners is this. Website design is this, finding a job is this, and business skill is this, and average subsidy per course booking is this. Average course subsidy has increased by 6. The subsidy per course booking is calculated by deducting a course cost from course fee and dividing it by the number of bookings. A positive figure in the table demonstrates that the course does not generate enough income to cover its cost, and so NCCP uses its funds to subsidize the course. The negative figure demonstrates a surplus of income over expenditure generating by the course. The finding a job course is led by volunteers and therefore generates a surplus of funds. That's why its figure is negative. Exhibit 5, that is about risk management. From Tom Tucker, Operation Director, to Philip Allen, CEO, subject executive board's approach to risk management date. This exhibit is about business risk. Following our conversation about risk management, I have put together some notes about NCCP's risk management. Who is saying? Operation Director to CEO. The executive board has always been reluctant to get involved directly in risk management. Instead, operational staff are expected to deal with the risk as they arise using their experience where appropriate. However, in 20x4, the Board of Trustees formally instructed us, the Executive Board, to prepare a risk register for NCCP. This was the first time he would undertaken such an exercise. You need to manage business risk, you need to maintain a risk register. In response, we arranged an all-day meeting which generated a list of all the potential risks that NCCP faced. All relevant risk categories, strategic, operational, financial, legal, were considered, where appropriate key operational members of staff were consulted. In the full day meeting, they spent to identify risk of other business. This activity generated a list of over 150 risks. Risks were then allocated to different broad members. In line with the trustees' instructions, all these risks were then recorded in a risk register. The board members were responsible for deciding on appropriate action and implementing them prior to the next scheduled board meeting 2 weeks later. A brief extract of the completed risk register is included here. Risk: loss of council funding. There could be chances company can lose funding from the council. This is a risk if company do not comply with their conditions. Detailed council funding could be lost if NCCP does not meet relevant conditions. Relevant condition is what? You need to issue business skill course. Board member responsibilities. Who is responsible for managing this risk? Operation Director. Action required operation department staff to review council trading criteria. Action implemented council funding criteria. Reviewed NCCP is compliant in how this risk was managed. Second risk is about freelance tutor missing a course. How they can miss a course? If they arranged a class on any day and a freelance tutor didn't turn up, he couldn't reach to attend the class, or he didn't bother to attend the class. So detail: if a freelance tutor does not attend, the course cannot run. Board member responsibility. Who's responsible for this? Operation Director. He will make sure. Action required operations staff to liaise with the tutors. Before class, he need to call the tutors every day. Are you coming? So where are you? Action implemented. Tutors told importance of punctuality. So they have informed the tutor about the punctuality rules. The completed risk register, including a relevant action, was then signed off by the executive board and professionals to the trustees. In this register that company have prepared, they submitted to its CEO and trustees, and they signed, it's okay. At the trustees' request, the executive board has agreed to consider repeating this process at some point in the future. They said this risk identification you need to perform once again sometime later. Cyber security risk. What is cyber security? Security over the internet. So in our conversation, you also refer to recent news reports about large organizations which have been victim of cyber attacks. Although I take your point that hackers could inflict considerable damage. NSPCP's small size and charitable status mean that it is highly unlikely to become a victim. Nevertheless, it had put cybersecurity may controls in place in 20x4. Nevertheless, I had put a cybersecurity control in place in 20x4 following the risk register exercise above. NCCP system can only be accessed by a member of staff with a valid password so that unauthorized access can be avoided. There is now a robust process in place to ensure that members of staff are only given access to the part of the system they need. The password for staff who are leaving are revoked on their final day so that they should not be able to access the system after leaving the organization. I hope this helps to clarify our current position. Kind regard, Tom Tucker, Operation Director. Exhibit 6. CEO's email on new courses. Company want to launch a new course and CEO email is on the course to a consultant. While sitting in exam center, there will be flow of the question. You need to go through that flow. There will be some exhibition between the requirements, but it's better first read all the exhibits, all the information, then move towards the requirements. Sometime first requirement is relating to exhibit 1, but sometime first requirement could be relating to third, fourth, sixth exhibit. So it's better first read complete information about the company, what information you are having, what are the exhibits, in each exhibit, what's the data is given, then move towards attempting requirement. It's better just read first requirement only, not all. Only the first requirement. Task 1A requirement. There could be 2 or 3 requirements in task 1. So read just first requirement and then go through the complete scenario. So to consultant from CEO, subject new course opportunity. Hi, since starting at NCCP, who is saying CEO, I have been astonished at how my plans to make this organization financially viable are being criticized. He's saying, whatever the plan I am presenting, people are criticizing my plan. Why? Because you are having experience of managing commercial company. This is what not-for-profit organization might be. You are presenting stupid ideas. That does not work in not-for-profit organization. But he's saying to consultant, from the time I have been appointed as CEO, my plans to make this organization financially viable are being criticized. I am particularly frustrated that my plans to increase revenue by offering new courses are being resisted. In order to find a suitable way forward, I have agreed to seek advice from you as an independent consultant. So he is going to present his idea and he need advice from you because you are the consultant. Nobody else listen to me. At least you have been appointed as a consultant, so you need to listen to me. I am convinced that there is a gap in the market for art courses. Art courses. Company was offering basic computer, IT, finding a job and business skills. And he's saying there's a gap in the market for art courses, while such courses are available elsewhere, my courses will be run by highly skilled artists who will educate people about the science and history of art and also teach them practical skills such as how to develop their own painting techniques. Such a course will be targeted at wealthier, intelligent individuals. Wealthier, intelligent individuals. I mean, he's going to target high class customers, wealthier. What's the mission of the organization? Supporting to those people who cannot afford. But he is deviating from mission of the organization. If he is going to target wealthier customer participants, because company aim is not profit making. Your main mission is what? To support, to provide education courses to those people who cannot afford, not to target who can afford, wealthy customer. Let's see. There is a scope to change a considerable premium for charge up considerable premium for these courses. I mean, we'll charge a high price as well. And the surplus can then be used to subsidize NCCP's other courses. The course would run on weekend. I know this is a busy time for NCCP, but it's the most convenient time for our target participants, because whatever the courses company is offering, normally job holder people attend these courses. Website design, basic computer skills, finding a job, business skills. If any job holder want to switch from job to on business, he will attend first business skill course. So these are the courses that normally job holder people attend, and job holder people can attend on weekend only, not during weekdays. But he is saying, I'm going to introduce this course. I want to introduce this course, art, on weekend. And I know that is a busy time, but it's the most convenient time for our target participants, as I have a passion for art and painting. Why I'm going to introduce this course? Because I have a passion for this. I have been able to put together the entire proposal by myself. I have a good friend who is an accomplished artist and will therefore design the course and deliver it. Unlike other freelance tutors, NCCP will pay him for designing the course, but in return, NCCP will retain the copyright on the materials. And if you are going towards any work from your friend and you are paying him as well, so there could be issue of independence. Might be you are trying to facilitate your friend. Let's see, the initial cost of designing the course book will be $12,000. Each course will generate a profit of 1040, which breaks down as follows, assuming 20 participants. Revenue, 20 participants, per participant $125. So this will be total revenue. Tutor fee, that is $800. Art material 25 per participants, and there are 20 participants, so that will be 500. Less course book 8 per participants, and there are 20 participants, 160. So total cost will be 1460, and profit per course will be 1040. If company run a course for 20 students, the profit will be 1040. 12,000 is the initial cost, setup cost. You need to install some boards, etc. The course run monthly and generate an annual profit of 12,480. How? Multiply by 12. The art material and course book cost assume that we purchase a year worth of each in advance to take advantage of a bulk purchase discount. This means these two costs, material and course book, you need to buy full at the start for the complete year, not monthly. To get bulk discount, you will buy at start of year. This means if we see 800 plus 1500 is what, 1300 multiply by 12, how much will be? 97. Fifteen thousand six. Oh, sorry. 800, not 800. This 500 plus 160 is how much? 660 multiplied by 2. 12. 7920. This means initially at start of the course, you need to bear 12,000 this, and you need to bear 7920 this because you want to buy in advance to take discount. This means 12 plus almost 8,000, so 20,000 approximately is your investment required. Is that? And you are having cash balance of how much? 48,000. And this is about 40 something percent of your cash reserve. This is a new course. Whether it will be successful or not, there is no information about market research. Why you want to launch? You like it. Okay. The art material and course book cost assume that we purchased a year's worth of each in advance to take advantage of a bulk discount, purchase discount. I trust you agree that this is a profitable and attractive opportunity for NCCP. I look forward to hearing from you. All the best, CEO. This means if he want to hear from you regarding this information regarding this course, so there could be evaluation of this proposal option strategy. How we can evaluate proposal option strategy? GSW3 test, suitability, acceptability, feasibility. We don't know whether this requirement will be there or not. If he is saying, I want to hear from you, and he has not submitted, he has put a proposal for consideration. So if we want an assessment on this, so there will be SAM. Let's see. Exhibit 7. Newspaper article. The Seville Eco. Has NCCP lost its way? The recent appointment of Philip Allen as the new chief executive of North Seville Community Project NCCP has been a source of controversy across the city. NCCP used to be well respected in Seville for its good value courses and lively social environment, both of which were designed to support disadvantaged members of the North Seville community. The company was mainly focusing on poor people. However, faced with a dramatic shortfall in funding, Mr. Allen has revealed plans to launch premium courses which would charge significantly higher price to those attending. The first premium course are understood to be on the subject of art. And Mr. Allen points out that they will provide much needed funding for NCCP. Mr. Allen has also confirmed that he plans to review the full range of existing courses as well. This has caused concern that current courses participants will not be able to afford NCCP's courses in future. If he want to review, he will charge more prices. A spokesperson for Seville Council noted that NCCP's funding for the coming year was currently under review and advised that it would be cut if it is felt that NCCP's agenda is not consistent with the council's priorities. Mr. Allen was also asked whether NCCP was concerned following the recent cyber attack on the Children's Trust and other small charity in civil. The Children's Trust IT system were destroyed by a hacker and the charity has ceased to operate. Mr. Allen declined to comment. There could be chances of system hacking, like one have happened in the country. So it could happen with NCCP as well. Last exhibit, exhibit 8, staff survey. They have obtained staff survey. This year's survey was issued to staff on 1st June and the results have just been made available. It was given to all NCCP staff, both paid employees and unpaid volunteer. As in previous year, a response rate of over 90% was achieved. 90% staff provided their comments. Representative comments are included next to each question. So if you have asked question from your employee, how happy are you to work at NCCP? Previous year, there was 82% happy, now 42% happy. There was 0% unhappy, now 31% are unhappy. Do you feel valued and respect at work? Previous year, 64% was saying, yes, we got value respect here. Now 31% saying we are having some value and respect here. And 41% saying no value. And what are the comments regarding how happy you are? I used to love volunteering at NCCP because I felt I could make a difference to people who nearly needed help. I don't feel this any longer and I'm seriously thinking about leaving. One of the volunteer staff saying, I'm not happy, we are not happy, and I'm thinking to leave this organization. If volunteer staff left that are expert and working for free, it could create some serious operational problem for you. And do you feel valued and respect at work? One of the employee commented, I no longer have the freedom to make my own decision. Decisions are imposed by the management, but instead have to ask permission from a manager who knows less about the situation than them. Yes, if I want to feel some value, so I cannot feel by myself. Everything I need to take permission from the managers. And we cannot decide anything by ourselves. There is no liberty. Do you see yourself working here in 1 year time? Last year, 80% was saying, yes, we will stay with this organization. Now, 45% saying, definitely, I will work. 18% saying, no, I will not work. And comment, NCCP has changed a lot in the past few months and is no longer a place I enjoy working. That's why they are saying will not work. How effective do you think your department is in fulfilling NCCP mission? Previous years, 84% was saying company is performing effectively. Now 78% showing effectively and 13% showing not effective. All of us in the team now our job really well and work well together. All we need is to be left to do our work without senior management interfering. That's why we are not aware about whether company is focusing on their mission or not. Last comment, how effective do you think the executive board is in fulfilling any CCP's mission? 0%. In employees are not happy with the management. their strategies, their plans. They are saying company is ineffective in meeting their mission. Ineffective 88% said. And the comment, the new art course will bring in people who don't need NCCP's help and push out those who do. In the people who supported the CEO in his new course, they has been pushed up. I mean, there was some promotion or more pay, and the people who haven't supported, who criticize, they have been pushed back. And there is a culture of personalization. And scenario we have completed so far. Let's cover just one requirement. Okay, take a break. After break, we will move towards requirements. NCCP. We got some information about the company, what courses they offering, what is the performance of those courses. The new CEO want to implement new course relating to art, and he has given us a proposal. So let's move towards requirements. Just to see whether we need to read the scenario again or not. Scenario 1, task 1. There are two requirements in task 1, part A and part B. The executive board has become concerned at negative coverage about NCCP in the local press. There was negative coverage about the behavior of CEO, about the performance of the company, as well as the feedback from staff and volunteers. That was too negative. There were some staff members who don't want to continue with the company. Some were unhappy, especially they were not happy with management style. Expressing concern about the direction of the charity is taking. It is therefore seeking advice from you as to the most appropriate way forward. Prepare a report for presentation to board of director from management consultant. Subject, what is the requirement, date, and introduction paragraph, and then our answer should be there. These professional marks, don't forget to take. These are the free marks. 2, for the format of the report, format of the memo, and 2, the tone you are adopting while answering the requirement. So you need to prepare a report for presentation to the board which assesses NCP's internal and external stakeholder and recommends appropriate way of managing them. This is similar requirement. We covered one question, seashell. That was company operating on the island. They were processing and selling fish. The same requirement was there. Even this topic regarding the stakeholder we covered over there. So we need to assess NCCP's company's internal external stakeholder. I mean, we need to put a heading of one stakeholder. We need to discuss what he want, and we should discuss what a company should do, whether it is key player, whether it is keep informed, keep satisfied, or minimal effort, what company should do with that. Is that? So let's prepare our list of company stakeholder. Who are company stakeholder? Council is a stakeholder. Savile Council is a stakeholder. Who else? Donors, corporate and personal donors. They are stakeholder. Who else? Employees are the stakeholder. Board of trustees. Who else? Participants, students. Who else? Is there a role of any government? Government role is there?
Yes, the civil council.
That is a Savile Council, from where you are getting your uh, funds. Who else? Company management board of directors, including CEO. Who else? Local community of Savile. Is that? How many marks are there? 16. At least discuss 8 for 2 marks each. Who else could be there? Employees, directors, donors, Savile councils, participants means students, local community. Who else could be there? Any other organization, any other body involved? Or we can put employees into 2 headings.
Yeah,
Paid employees and volunteer. Even we can put participants into 2 headings for different courses. So let's discuss Savile Council. Savile Council is what? Key player? Savile Council is what? Key player? They are having high interest and high power to influence the company. High interest because they are stating some conditions that company need to follow. Conditions: company need to offer business skill courses. Condition: company need to implement a proper internal control system in the company. So they are having high interest. How companies using their money, how companies managing their money. They are also concerned about the control system. And they are having a high power because mainly company is receiving funding from where? Savile Council. So they are what? Key players. So what company need to do with them? The course they stated are they want company should offer business skill, company should keep offering that course, otherwise company will not be able to take funds, as well as they are concerned about the use of their funds, and they are concerned about the proper internal control system of the organization. So whatever the system company is running or implemented, company need to publish a report on internal control system to Savile Council to manage their concern. Donors, business donors as well as personal donors, and they are paying huge amount to the company. If we see the how much company is generating from donors, business, and so company is receiving corporate donations as well as personal donation, almost more than 400,000. And this 400,000 is almost about 22% of company total income. Is that? So they are having high power. They are having high power. Is that? But their interest, have they raised any concern? Have they raised any concern? Their interest is low, but they are having high power. So they are what keep satisfied. So what company need to do? Company need to satisfy, company need to resolve their concern if they are having any concern about the use of funds. So company need to focus on them. Otherwise, if company is unable to receive this donation, it will be difficult for company to survive. And they are what long-term friends of the founders of the company. That's why, especially the corporate donors are what long-term friends of the founders of the company. That's why they are with the company. So probably they will keep with the company due to long-term friendly relationship. They are what keep satisfied. Employees, employees are having two type of employees. One is paid employees and one is volunteer. Paid employees are having a low power but high interest, are having low power and high interest, mean they are keenly observing everything through their feedback. It has been observed they are keenly observing everything, like how company is management is managing the business, how they are preparing strategies, and currently they are dissatisfied with the management behavior. Currently they are dissatisfied with the management behavior. They are what keep informed. So if these employees who are experienced, competent, leave the company, there could be operational problems, and due to those operational problems, company financial difficulties will be even more severe. So what company need to do? They need to prepare proper strategies how to arrest them, how to keep them in the business, and company should inform them what your future strategies regarding employee retentions are. And volunteer, they are knowledgeable person as well, and they are what keep informed as well, because individually even they cannot take any influence against the company. So what company need to do? They are knowledgeable expert people and working free. They are helping the company in meeting cost efficiencies. And if they left the organization, and there are more chances they can leave anytime, because they are not dependent upon the company. They might be working in other organization as a volunteer as well. So if they shift their efforts towards other businesses rather than this company, so company will be facing serious operational problems, because these are competent expert people. So company should adopt proper strategies, how to make them happy, how to make them satisfied, what facilities they want, company should provide them, what approach of management they want, what treatment they want from management, company should provide them, and inform them how you are going to change the way of managing people within the organization. Board of trustees are key players. Is that they are key players, because they are monitoring the performance of the company, they are monitoring the working of the board of directors as well. So they are having high interest as well as a high power. They can change the directors, they can change the CEO even. And company performance is poor currently, and they are having concern about this. That's why they previously they changed the CEO, but still the CEO is unable to manage the company effectively. Even he is finding difficulty to manage a relationship with the staff. So being a CEO, he should try hard to manage a relationship first, and then moving towards performance of the company to keep them highly satisfied and happy. If we look at participants, participants means students. They are having high interest but low power, because they are studying a course based on subsidy, so they cannot take action against the company, but they are having high interest, so they are also what keep informed. So currently they are happy. Currently they are happy because company providing some kind of support to them. So what company need to do? Company need to inform them about the courses when you are running the courses, when you are starting the courses, especially the basic computer courses where company have a reduced number of participants. So company need to inform to the participants about the new courses so that company can get a good number of participants in those courses to make them successful again. Directors, they are key players. Operation director, marketing directors, finance director, as well as a CEO. And they are involved in everything, but they currently are not performing well. So what they need to do, they need to prepare proper strategies. If they are unable to prepare by themselves, they need to consult some of their consultants. If they need any support from the board of trustees, so they can take their views, they can use their experience while making strategies so that they can turn around the company towards good performance surplus. Local community is what minimal effort because they are having low power, low interest. Is that they are having low power, low interest. Though they are minimal effort, but while making a decision, you need to consider them a little bit just to see whether we are not going to take any decision against them. Because if company is taking any decision against the local community, that will persuade them to take interest in the company affairs. And if they are persuaded to take interest in company affairs, combinedly, they could become powerful as well. So that's why while making decision, company need to consider a little bit. We are not going to take any decision that is against the local community. In fact, your employees, your participants, you are getting from where? Local community. So might be they are having some interest, some concern as well that you need to consider. 16 marks. If you have attempted that seashell question, you can easily attempt this question. In seashell, we discussed different stakeholders, key players. Who are key players? We discussed with their headings: keep informed, keep satisfied, minimal effort. Employees, board of directors, customers, local community, even government was involved there. Environmental pressure group was involved there. Moving towards part B of task 1 for 10 good marks. Nothing conclusion. Just put a heading of one stakeholder, discuss whether he is having low power, low interest, and what is he and what he want and what company should do now. No conclusion at all. Recommendation we have provided along with, if they are key player, what you need to do, if they are keep informed, what you need to do, if they are keep satisfied, what you need to do. Don't need to provide separate recommendation. Part B, critically assesses NCCP is a source of competitive advantage. Critically assess NCCP source of competitive advantage for 10 marks. Sources of competitive advantage. This is the most difficult requirement of this case study. Sources of competitive advantage. Competitive advantage related to competition. Competition means we can keep in back of the mind what are 5 forces. What 5 forces from competitor point of view, whether you are having something uniqueness, how you can achieve competitive position against competitor by adopting competitive strategies. What are competitive strategies? Porter generic strategies, cost, leadership, differentiation, focus. If company is doing, you can discuss about those things. It's a charitable organization, but at There could be some competitors. There could be some uniqueness of the company. If company is taking supplies from someone, freelancer are their supplies. Customer bargaining power we can discuss. Substitute we can discuss. Chance of a new charity we can discuss. So let's see how we can discuss about a source of competitive advantage. If we see company is operating on a unique idea, they are offering some courses that are highly in demand and they are offering these courses on subsidized prices. Is that? And based on those subsidized prices, ultimately participants will prefer to attend those courses from this company. Mean they will not be moving towards other organization because other organization might not be providing that subsidized fee that this company is offering, because they are mainly focused on social well-being of people. This one point we can discuss. Like company is offering what? Training courses, education courses on subsidized prices. Subsidized price mean price is lower as compared to market, mean they are not even charging the full cost of the course to the participants. And based on these subsidized prices, participant will prefer to attend the courses. Mean company will be able to maintain their business operations. They will be able to maintain their course running. This is what competitive advantage. Might be other companies in the industry, they are offering like paid courses, high price they are charging, they are profit making. So this company, as compared to other training companies, will be having competitive advantage due to subsidized prices. What else?
So, so like, how do you come up with this like point in your mind? For example, if there's a new, like, how can I think? Okay, subsidized price is a source of competitive advantage.
Like competitive advantage mean whether you are having more customers as compared to other or not. What is competitive advantage? A company will be having competitive advantage against competitor. Your position will be strong when you are having more market share, more customer as compared to others. So we need to pick the point from the scenario. Regarding that, we can say, we can show, yes, company will be having more participant as compared to other. Mean people will prefer this organization more as compared to other. Like this we can explain.
Lower prices.
Exactly. And then company is having a long establishment. They are operating from last 20 years. Is that? This means they are having a much good familiarity as well as reputation in the society. And based on that familiarity, based on that reputation, ultimately company will be getting enough participants to run their courses successfully. This means they are having competitive advantage. Mean they are surviving. Competitive advantage means they will survive long term against other training companies. What else we can discuss? Company is now we need to assess mean positive negative both point. Company is using a freelancer and freelancers might be working in other training companies as well. And they are working in other training companies, and if they leave this company NCCP and join full-time other companies, so they could leave by with the participants as well. So this could affect the company competitive advantage in future as well. I mean, based on these companies not having competitive advantage because they are using freelancers, they don't have their full-time trainers. This is one of the issue. Then company is using what? Volunteer staff. And volunteer staff, what they does? They are experienced, competent as well. And they are working free of cost. They are helping the company in a meeting cost efficiencies. And through cost efficiencies, company can adopt more suitable strategies as compared to competitor. Because competitor, might not be having this kind of cost efficiencies, so they need to consider so many cost, staff cost as well, while preparing strategies. While this company is not bothering about staff cost, because staff are what, volunteer, and they are expert experience as well. So this will help the company to adopt free strategies. By adopting those free strategies, they can play openly in the market and capture more participants. This point we can discuss. What else?
They get support from the council.
They get support from the council, mean they are receiving some what, um, funds from the council, as well as not only funds. Council is closely monitoring the system of the company. They helping the company to manage a proper system, and having a proper system will provide more confidence to, even not to the council, to the donors as well. And through that, the company will be able to retain their donors, and they will be able to maintain their sources of funds. And that sources of fund, if maintained, this means company will be able to manage their operations. Company will be able to adopt proper strategies to capture more and more participants. These things, 5 points we can discuss. This is in general. There's no topic applied here. What you need to do, you need to write anything. Don't left it blank. Give a chance to the assessor to mark, to give some marks. If you are leaving blank, you haven't given him a chance to mark this part. Keep in mind, okay, not a 10, 2, 3 marks I need to get from this part. That 2, 3 will be helpful. Not all 10, not a passing 5. Try if I can get 2, 3 marks from this part. Because there are some good parts where we have attempted good, will be able to get more than 50% marks. So those marks will cover here. I mean, there will be 1, 2 requirements, 1 requirement or 2 requirements that are general, but what you need to do, write something according to the scenario. Don't leave it blank. So task 1 is about 20 plus 14, 34 marks altogether. Then we get 17 marks from this, because part A was easy. We can easily cover 10 to 12 marks from that part. Is that?
Yeah.
Moving towards task 2. There are part A for 12 marks, part B for 12 marks. The new CEO is concerned that the executive board is not being sufficient proactive in managing risk and implementing controls, and is therefore neglecting its duty towards NCCP's stakeholder. He's saying board is not managing risk on proactive basis. This will, if they are not managing risk, they will not be able to keep the stakeholder happy. He has put risk management at the top of the agenda to the next executive board meeting, and has asked you to help him prepare for the meeting. Prepare briefing notes for CEO to share with the board. To CEO from management consultant. Subject: evaluation of risk management and recommendation to improve. Introduction: as per requested, I have evaluated some risk relating to the business and have provided some recommendation how business can manage their risk. Then our answer will start. So you need to prepare a briefing notes, evaluate the executive board's approach to risk management. And there was one exhibit for risk management. We need to evaluate that and recommend how it could be improved. Now only one exhibit relating to risk management we need to see again. So that we can discuss, we need to evaluate that risk management approach and provide recommendation. If we move towards that exhibit on risk management. This was the so they performed risk management and one complete day they spent on identifying business risks. They identified 150 risks. And out of those 150, they explained two: loss of council funding and freelance tutor missing a course. And then they discuss about cybersecurity risk. They performed risk management, they assess business risk, and they assessed in one day only. Is that risk management is a one-off activity or ongoing activity? Ongoing activity is not a one-off activity. It's not like that you have just assessed risk once and that's over. Now you should not bother about risk. No, risk keep on changing. Business is facing risk every day. They are dynamic in nature. So this is an ongoing activity. It should be performed every week, every month, even every day. You need to focus business risk. This should be embedded within the internal control and culture of the organization. One point we can discuss this. And then he highlighted the risk register. In that, he highlighted the risk, its detail, who is responsible for this, what action required, and action implemented. Is there proper management of risk? How we can manage risk? By considering probability and impact of risk. Has they considered probability and impact of risk? Has they considered probability and impact of risk? No. So you need to consider probability and impact of each risk. Then you can find the solution how you should manage it using TARA framework. So they haven't considered the probability and impact of the risk. They have identified 150 risk. If they try to manage all risk, they will be time consuming exercise. What they need to do, they should prioritize risk. Some risk you can manage now, some you can leave for future according to the priority. You cannot manage all 150 risk at once because you need to perform your routine duties as well. So they need to prioritize risk by considering impact of the risk, then they will be able to prioritize. Even prioritizing, they need to consider the risk appetite of the company that they haven't considered, whether companies having high risk appetite or low risk appetite. No information was there. Out of those 150, which is having high priority, which is having low priority, they haven't considered. This means they will not be able to manage the high priority risk effectively. What else we can discuss?
Briefing notes, like what's the format, what's the
To, from, subject, date, introduction.
same?
In answer, you can see the format. Closing marks, that are in a statement, not in briefing notes, not in reports. For report, there must be a small conclusion. Like regarding stakeholder, we can say like a company need to consider all the stakeholder, including minimal effort. Obviously, they need to consider key player more as compared to other stakeholder, but they should not ignore the minimal effort as well, like local community. 2-3 lines we can conclude. What else we can discuss about this risk management? Ongoing, they are considering one-off event and probability impact they haven't considered, and 150 risk they have failed to prioritize. What else? In the risk register, they have stated prepare these column. In these column, there must be one column relating to probability and impact of risk as well. What else? What else we can discuss? Directly risk management, instead operational staff are expected to deal with the risk as they arise. Executive board has always been reluctant to get involved in directly in risk management, mean no concern from board of director, no involvement of active involvement of board of director. If board of directors are not actually involving, they are not focusing on importance of risk management by themselves, nobody else will focus there. Because to embed risk system in culture, there must be tone at the top. In top management have to show positive control environment. They need to build positive control environment regarding the risk management system. Then company will be able to manage business risk properly. What recommendation we can provide? No involvement of board of directors. What recommendation we can provide? If business is facing so many risks and they are keep on changing, they need to establish a risk committee according to corporate governance codes. Is that what else? They should define their risk appetite. Risk appetite means risk capacity they should redefine, and accordingly they need to prioritize the risk so that the high priority must be considered before the low priority risk. What else? They should prepare one more column in tax risk register regarding probability and impact of risk, because risk can be managed by considering their probability and impact. What else? They should monitor risk or manage business risk, identify business risk on a regular basis rather than as a one-off activity, because business risk keep on changing and business facing different risk on a daily basis. Is that? There are 12 marks. We can assume these 4 points we have discussed for 2 marks each, and these 4 recommendations we have provided for 1 mark each. Is that? Task 2. Part B of task 2, identify the external stakeholder, key stakeholder with an interest in NCCP's internal control and justify why information on internal controls should be shared with them. I mean, you need to identify some external stakeholder who are having a interest about company internal control, mean policies, and you need to justify why information about internal control company need to share with them. First concern is raised by Savile Council. They want to have a good internal control system in the company so that they must be aware how their funds has been utilized. So first stakeholder we can discuss Savile Council. And Savile Council, they are providing their funds against conditions attached. And out of those conditions, they are having condition like company must be having a robust internal control system. What company need to do? Company need to prepare a report on internal control system, including risk management system. And it must be communicated to Savile Council on regular basis to satisfy them and maintain their source of funding. If company have adopted a system, they will be in confidence like their funds are properly used. So through this, company will be able to ask for more funds in future even. Who else? External stakeholder, donors who are providing money to the company. And there are some bad publicity in the society as well. Like charities misuse the funds. Is that? That's why our donors' money have decreased as compared to previous year. So what company need to do? Company need to prepare report on internal control and publish, send it to the donor so that they must be aware about the system of the company, how they are running operation, how they are managing funds, so that they must be having confidence their funds are not being misused. They have been used for proper purpose, for proper cause. And this confidence will insist them to provide more funds to the organization, more donation to the organization. Who else will be external? Who else? Local community.
So the wider
Are your
community-
participants? Participants.
We can see the community because
To participants, you need to provide information about how you are structuring the course, how you are running the course, so that they must be aware about the courses. What new courses you are going to launch in future, they must be aware about it, and through that you can maintain, you can capture even a new participants, because this will provide more satisfaction to the participants. They are going to attend effective courses. What else? Who are the external? Board of trustees are external. They are not sitting within the organization. They are external. They are internal. Board of trustees. Okay. Who else could be external? Local community, then you can put. Why they need company internal control information? Because you are having your donors, you are having your employees, even your participants from the local community. If you spread out your system, policies, procedures, how you are taking funds, how you are managing funds properly for a proper cause. So this will provide a good message into the community, will build up even much better repute in the community. And in case of bad time, you'll be able to get support from the community to survive. Local community, we can discuss. What else? Any other external stakeholder? Is there any other external stakeholder? Donors. Is there any role of government here?
safety,
Safety, yes, government regarding safety controls. The government is concerned about safety controls, health and safety controls. So what you need to do, you need to implement some health and safety policies in the organization. You need to review those policies and see whether your targets regarding health and safety has been met properly, and then publish a report for the government concern. Because if government is happy with you, they might provide you some relaxation in some of the laws regulation. Through that relaxation, you will be able to save some of your operational control cost and can achieve more efficiency. What else? That's it. That's it.
we can just add one more point.
So this requirement was for 29, task 2 for 29 marks, task 1 for 34 marks. So altogether 63 marks we have to resolve. 2/3 of the paper. This case study is more general. More general. They are requiring approach. Only approach you are having, you can attempt this. If you haven't adopted the approach from those practice questions, it's difficult. How to prepare 2 marks each paragraph. Moving towards task 3, there is task 4 as well. Task 3, 6 plus 8, 2 requirements. The CEO is keen to implement his new premium priced at art course. However, in the light of conflict with other stakeholders, he has asked you to provide an independent perspective on his proposal. Prepare a report for the CEO which assess the viability of the current range of courses offered. First, you need to assess the current courses. And then evaluate the CEO's proposal to offer the new art course. And then you need to evaluate proposal using SAP. But first, you need to assess the viability of current range of courses, which courses are viable, which are not viable. And for current courses, 6 marks, we need to move towards the current courses data. The financial information was given here. Where? Here. This. First, we'll put the heading what computer for beginners course. And computer for beginner course has reduced by 21% in participants. But still it is that percent of total courses. What is percentage of total courses? 17,800. How much is 1100? 7.4%. Not 7.4. Could be 1100 by 17,800 multiplied by 100. 6.1%. So this is 6.1% of total courses and has reduced by 21%. And this was the initial course that company started to offer when company was formed. But in numbers, it has reduced. Why it has reduced? Might be there is lesser demand for this course because now there are more innovation in technology and IT industry. And these computer basics nowadays even offered in basic education at school as well. I mean, these kind of courses nowadays have been taught at school level. When company launched 20 years back, at that time they were not included in the school education courses. But now as they are included in school level in their education courses, so that's why their demand has reduced. Mean people are moving towards more advanced courses rather than these basic, because these basic they have learned in their early education at school. This we can discuss about corporate, this course. Next, we'll put the heading what website design. If we see website design, participant has increased by 25%. And this is about 42% of total courses. 42%? More than 40%. More than 40%. 10,000 out of 17,800 is about 60 something percent.
Yeah.
Is that? We can calculate percentage. 60.6% of total courses. This means this is the highly demanded course website design, because this help the people in preparing their own website, even website for other organization for which people can charge. This has been increased even as compared to previous year. The reason behind this might be some people are using these services to develop a website of other and charging a fee to generate income. or some business want to develop their website by themselves. That's why they are going to attend, and this is a high in demand. So company need to focus on this course. Even for advertisement marketing purpose, companies are using their website. So that's why demand has been increased. And then find a job course. If we say it is almost the same as compared to previous years, mean participants are maintained. Participants are maintained. And this is how much percentage against total courses? 5,600 against 17,800, 30 something, 31% of total courses. This means this is also a main course for the company, where company have maintained their participants. Because if people are getting qualification, ultimately they need to find a job, and they need some skills how they can find a good job in the industry. And this is the main course that company should offer, because this might be preferred by the fund providers, SBL council as well. Through this course, business will be able to help the people to get more employment opportunities that will help to reduce unemployment. And if we are helping to reduce unemployment, we can get some special support from the government as well. And then the fourth course, business skill. If you see, company have just introduced 1 year back. Though number of participants has reduced, this means companies are not mainly focusing on this course. Companies are running this course. Why? Because it is conditional attached to SBL council funds. Companies offering due to SBL council recommendation. Might be a company don't want to offer, but they need to offer. That's why companies are not focusing on them, but they need to run this course. Otherwise, SBL council will stop providing further funds. And if you are unable to receive funds from SBL council, you will be in trouble. For 6 months, we can discuss. Is that these percentage we need to use? The examiner what want? He want these percentage. Now we need to evaluate his proposal of the art course. His proposal of the art course. This suitability. We need to see from objective point of view. From objective point of view, if we see, we need to perform some calculation here as well. This new course require initial investment of how much? 12,000 plus 7,920, about 20K. Is that? And company is having about 48K cash resource. So this is about 42% of the company cash resource. And if companies spend 42% of their cash reserve on this course, might be company will not be having enough cash to survive for other routine courses. One point. From suitability point of view, we can discuss one more point, like you are going to invest about 20,000K. And what you will generate in 1 year time, that is 12,480. What you will generate? 12,480 by investing 20K. You are investing how much? 20K. And you are going to generate profit how much? 12,480 in 1 year time. This means even in 1 year time, you will not be able to get your money back. 20,000 you are going to invest. But in that 20,000, obviously the 7920 is also involved. So mainly investment, if we take 12,000, because that 7920 is involved with the profit, that is cost. So mainly 12,000 you are going to put, and your profit for the 12 months will be 12,480. This means you will be able to get that money in 12 months that you are going to invest. Mean payback period is also 1 year, about 1 year. That we need to consider, because for 1 year you will not be having your amount recovered. And this calculation is performed on 20 participants. Can we calculate a break even units from this calculation? If you see, your tutor fee is what fixed that you need to pay. Either you're having 2 participants, either you're having 20, either 5. This you need to pay for the tutors. Is that? So this is fixed cost. How we can calculate break even? Fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. Fixed cost is what? 800. What is contribution per unit? Selling price per unit is 125. Variable cost is what? 25 plus 8, 33. 125 minus 33, 92. So divided by 92, so we can calculate break 8.7. This means if you are having at least 9 participants, then you will be on break even. If participants in any of the month is below 9,
Loss.
you will not be having the profit, you will be having the loss. That we need to consider whether there is any market research performed, how this 20 is calculated, whether there is a demand in the market, and based on that market research, you found at least 20 participants you can get. If you are unable to get 20 participants, they are in single digit, so there will be loss. This course will not be successful. Is that? What else we can discuss in suitability regarding the history? So till now, company have run IT based courses mainly, computer based courses, art courses company haven't offered. And you are going to target what? Rich class by charging premium price. So this is against history of the company, because company mission is what? To target the low end class, to support the low end class who cannot afford. Starting history, point of history. Is that? From position point of view, we have discussed this, like the break even is this: if we unable to get more than 9, will be in loss, and current position is also weak. Even this 48K we have discussed from objective as well as position point of view. Currently we are having this money, and if we invest 42% of this money in this course, will not be having enough money to run others. Acceptability, stakeholder. The main founder Richard, his aim was what? To support the lower class community of North Seville. That was his mission. Now, if you are going to target rich class, so that we can charge a premium price, this is moving behind the mission, or moving behind the main aim of the founder, because he tried to focus on the lower class rather than rich class. So his views might not be supported. Is that? And then volunteer staff, they are working free for what purpose? not for generating profit or high revenue. They are working free. Why? Because companies is working for a cause. That cause is what? Support the community by providing subsidized training courses that people cannot afford. Support them. If you are moving towards charging premium price means you are selling at high price, you are targeting a high rich class. So volunteer might will not support this. If you are charging premium prices, you are getting high revenue. Why? We are working volunteer. Then we should also work for the pay. Is that? What else? Customer point of view. Whether that rich class you are going to target, they will come to attend the course in a charity business, because this could affect their status, this could affect their repute. They will not be happy to sit with the lower class people because they are having their own class group where they spend their time, where they want to sit. They might not be willing to sit with the lower class people. They might be prefer for other paid institute rather than this charity based institute, because your repute is what? Based on charity. And you are going to target high rich class. While in society, your image is what? You are running a charity. Is that? If I ask you, can you visit that charity? They are distributing few things. Will you go over there? No. Why I should go over there? I should donate them rather than I should receive the product. In the similar way, if you are going to target rich class who provide donations and you're asking them come and receive our services due to their class difference, they will not be able to participate here. Feasibility. Regarding feasibility, we need to see resources. And he is saying, I can find one of my friend and we can take some support from him and we will pay a fee to him. If you are paying a fee to your friend for getting any services, so this will be a question mark on the independence. If you have obtained quotation from other service provider and then this your friend service provider fee is lower, then you can assign contract to him, then you can take services from him. Without obtaining quotation from other service provider, if you are assigning this task to your friend by paying a fee, so there will be a question mark on your integrity. What else we need? Funds for initial investment, and that if we withdraw from that our cash, so it could also affect the funding for other courses as well. What could be the conclusion? We should run this. It doesn't seem feasible, acceptable, even suitable, because break even point is what? 9 participants at least that you need to be. So moving back to task 3. 6 plus 8 marks. Is that mean for 6 marks the data about current courses we need to just calculate percentage and discuss about it, why it's increasing, why what could be the reason for decreasing. But for part B, we need to evaluate a proposal and we know how to evaluate proposal. Even without SAF, you can evaluate journal even. Don't put heading suitability, acceptability, feasibility. You can discuss point journal even by keeping in mind, okay, I need to discuss about objective, I need to discuss about history, I need to discuss about position, I need to discuss about stakeholders, I need to discuss about resources. If you don't put suitability, acceptability, feasibility, fine. Even that will be much easier for you because you are now free. But keeping in mind, okay, these things I need to discuss at least. Moving towards task 4, the last task. There are further 2 requirements. So the CEO is concerned about NCCP's exposure to cybersecurity risk. Cybersecurity risk of loss of data, risk of loss of data, or risk of hacking to the system. That is called cybersecurity risk. And has instructed the operational director to both sponsor and manage a project to improve cybersecurity at NCCP. So CEO has ordered the operation director, you should be sponsor as well as manager of a cybersecurity risk management project. The operation director has limited experience of cybersecurity because he is working in operation. He doesn't have IT skills and has asked you, who are you? Management consultant, to help prepare a response to the CEO which justifies why he should be the project sponsor, but not also the project manager. And he want to convince the CEO, sir, please make me project sponsor, but not the manager. Why? Might be he's not having the IT skills because managing the project, you need competence relating to IT field. Sponsor, who is project sponsor? What is project sponsor? Who will get most benefit with the success of the project and will lose most with the failure of the project. And project sponsor must be of top management person. And being a management, being a director, patient director, he can perform the role of sponsor effectively. Sponsor need to ask progress of the project from manager. If he is a manager and sponsor both, that will not be independent reviewing the progress of the project. There will be conflict of interest. And why he don't want to become project manager? Because he does not have IT skills. He is working in operations. That's why there must be separate project manager having IT related skills. Let's see. Draft section of a report to present to the board, which explain the need for cybersecurity at NCCP and recommend action the board should take to meet its cybersecurity responsibilities. Why company need to focus on cybersecurity? In how company is having cybersecurity risk, this company. And we need to provide recommendation to the board what action they should take to meet cybersecurity risk management. So first we will define what is cybersecurity risk. A risk of losing data due to cyber, i.e. hacker attack, is called cybersecurity risk. And for this company, NCCP, the cybersecurity risk could be if a hacker hacked the data of the participants and misused it. There could be some data protection, legal action company could face. What else could be cybersecurity? The hacker could access the company website. The hacker could access the company website and alter the information on the website that could affect repute of the company in the society. Is that? Or the hacker could access the company internal system and misuse the detail of stakeholder to communicate with them on behalf of a company regarding and asking for any payments, etc. Like he can ask the participants for further payments relating to the course. Or hacker could damage the company hardware by spreading any virus that could affect the system of delivering classes during the course. In these 3-4 examples, we need to provide what will be the cyber risk for this NCCP company regarding website, regarding misusing data, regarding taking data from stakeholder and communicating on behalf of company to ask for any payment, especially from the participants. And he could send a virus into the system that could affect the hardware, and the hardware will not work properly while delivering class. And for this company, yes, managing cyber security risk is important because company is having data about their stakeholder, about their donors, about their trustees. Companies having data about their employees, companies having data about their participants as well. So company need to manage this cybersecurity risk. Is that? Now, what recommendation we should provide to the board? Company is trying to manage the cybersecurity risk by implementing some password. But there are hackers, there are some instances, non-instances like a hacker has broken the password and access the system. So company should move towards some more stringent controls other than password. That could be retina recognition, thumb impression, face IDs. So that system should identify the authorized user. Is that? Hacker could hack the data and they could remove from the system after hacking. So for that, company need to arrange offline, off-site backups of data so that in case of any data lost, company can recover data from the backup to continue their operations. What else? Company should install antivirus and firewalls to reduce the chances of a virus entering into the system and affecting the important files into the system. In those organizational administrative controls we studied, we need to provide recommendation. There should be some AMC, like service agreement with any expert IT services companies, so that on regular basis their staff should visit the company and find if there is any issue in the system they have to overcome the cyber attack. What else? There should be some support agreement. What is support agreement? Agreement with the other organization who are using similar system of company, so that in case of any issue in your system you can use a copy of their system and they can use a copy of your system in case they are facing issue to maintain continuity of operation. In IT controls, they have tested here in recommendation. What IT controls? Organizational or administrative controls. Backups, antivirus, firewalls, insurance arrangements, AMC, annual maintenance contract with IT services companies, support contract. Are you with me? If we applying those IT controls, mean those IT controls click in our mind, we can provide proper recommendation. This is general knowledge question. Cyber security, we haven't studied in syllabus. Cyber security risk. This is general knowledge question related to IT. This paper is general. Though we have studied some topics, there are some requirements relating to topics, but through knowledge of those topics, we have adopted an approach. What is the knowledge regarding one topic? How it is used in any of the organization? Part B of task for last requirement, draft an email on behalf of the operation director to send to the CEO, which explain why it would be appropriate for him to be project sponsor only, but not both sponsor and project manager for the cybersecurity project. So email we need to write down from operation director to CEO. In that email, ultimately, first he will explain, okay, as per your request, as per your order request, what we will say. Order request of becoming as per your direction. As per your direction, I should become both a project sponsor and a project manager for this cyber security risk management project. But according to me, I'm suitable for project sponsor rather than project manager. Why? Let me explain. First, project sponsor should be of top management as per good governance practices. As I am working in as a operation director, so I will be a suitable candidate for project sponsor, because the role of project sponsor is to check, monitor the progress of the project, is to review the work of a project supervising project manager, whether he is managing the project effectively or not, whether he is planning the project and executing the project effectively or not. And if I will work for both position, that will not be independent review. Then project manager, the role of project manager is to manage the project. He is the main person who is responsible regarding all the activities of the project. He need to control the project team. And as I worked in operation, according to me, I lack IT skills. And this project is especially relating to IT, cyber security, required some specialized IT skills. So we must be having a separate IT related knowledge person as a project manager. Through his competence, will be able to effectively implement this project and will be able to manage cybersecurity risk properly. Because this is a high risk that our business is facing, and to manage it on high competence level, we must be having separate project manager having IT related skills. From operation director, you need to write down. He need to send to CEO. So while writing, think you are operation director now. How many marks? 6 marks.
स्टाफ सर्वे का कुछ है
Staff survey, newspaper article we discussed in part A regarding stakeholders. Regarding employees, we discussed something they are not satisfied with that. Regarding management, we discussed like employees are not satisfied. This means management is not doing this properly. But this is more general paper. The scenario was a bit long. There were 8 exhibit. There were 8 exhibit. But the longer the scenario, the requirement will be simple. Small the scenario, less data, it's difficult to tackle requirement.
Sir, only this B part of this question was a bit compared to other questions.
This, if you are having knowledge about sponsor and project manager, what they does in a project, if you're having knowledge about that, you can discuss just for 6 marks. It's not more marks.
That's a good thing. That's the only good thing.
At least if we define what is sponsor, what is project manager, we can get marks easily. No issue with that.
कुछ ना कुछ तो लिखी है
Exactly.
फॉर्मेट तो बना ही देंगे
In this question, he haven't asked to prepare slides.
Yes.
So that's it. Try to attempt this question before next class. Next class, we will see.